at the goal by Kevin Green.
Fireplace look like this. Enjoy the benefits of improved efficiency and better quality with a new Heatilator gas fireplace from Miller Brick. Whether your project is a new build or remodel, enjoy the beauty and convenience of a Heatilator gas fireplace. Miller Brick is your one-stop shop for fireplaces, inserts, log sets, and stone veneer. Get ready for Rochester's winter. Visit our showroom today.
Welcome home, Miller Brick.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing out there? This is Philip Johnson on your ones and twos, and we are here to play some hockey here in Rochester, New York in a Just Get Good tournament. Unfortunately, the boys, this will be the last game of the tournament as far as the Roco 09 go. But the boys here are ready to set and get ready to get on the ice. And if you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me get a roll Roco in the chat. Let me get a roll Roco in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, I need that from you. And also, please make sure that you not only do you like this video and it's the stream, but make sure you share this video so everyone can see these young men play today. So don't let anyone miss out on the experience of seeing these young men play. From Israel Johnson to Ryan Adams to Lucas Grisanti to Carson Wells, these young men are ready to get at it. All right, guys, let me get a roll Roco in the chat. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me get a roll Roco in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear. All right, everybody, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. Thank you for all the parents, all step-parents, all grandparents, all cousins, nieces, and nephews, everyone who's on the stream here. I appreciate you getting on. We appreciate you getting on, and we are ready to rock and roll. Coalition will be facing against the NY Dynamo of Albany. They, unfortunately, here in the Just Get Good tournament, they have gone 0-3 so far, but they're looking for their first win of the weekend. They won last week in Boston in the Elite Prospects tournament, but this week has been a tough challenge against some really tough competition. But the boys here will be on a bye week for next week, and they're looking to bounce back. So let's see if the boys here can walk away with the victory and walk away on a high note here in Rochester, New York, here in the home rink of the Tim Hortons Ice Complex. But other than that, folks, we are ready to get at it, and we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we got camera number 1, camera number 2, camera number 3 on deck, and we are ready to get at it. All right, like I said, once again, this is Philip Johnson on your ones and twos, and we're ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. Thank you everyone for joining us this weekend. This weekend it's been a challenge for the young men, and to see these young men out here trying to overcome some of these challenges is very inspiring. All right, so far, the boys here are missing players such as Luke Staley, and also missing Hunter Weisbeck, who got injured in the first game, and he's been out for the last 3 games. So he looks like he could be on the comeback trail sooner rather than later. Other than that, guys, we are ready to get at it. How's everyone doing out there? Hopefully you're doing well. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we are ready to get at it. Got Luke Lesnicar here, who's rallying the troops, and we are ready to make it happen. All right, guys, we are streaming here live from Tim Hortons Ice Complex here in Rochester, New York, and we are live in 4K, and we're ready to get at it. All right. Thank you guys for joining us, and this stream has been brought to you by Trident HVAC and R. For all your heating and cooling needs, please consider Trident HVAC at Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. All right, Izzy Johnson will be starting the game off here today. Izzy Johnson will be starting the game off, and he'll be ready to get at it. Unfortunately, yesterday was a tough task for the team yesterday against the Black Bear Academy and also against the North Atlantic Coast Academy as well. They're very, very tough teams, and Izzy Johnson couldn't finish the game, but other than that, he's starting the game off here today. Ryan Carmody, as normal, Jace Roger, Lucas Crisanti, Luke Zlestakar, and Jack Abbott to start the game. Jack Abbott, who's a forward, but now is playing defense, and they are ready to rock and roll. All right, here we go. Game is set, game is ready, and we are ready to play. Here we go in Rochester, New York. Here comes Carmody trying to do the step through, but not able to get to it. Roger to Abbott, Abbott to Zlestakar. Zlestakar sends it, trying to send it forward. Oh, he holds onto it, and he sends it back over to Abbott. Abbott on the left-hand side on the far boards. Here he comes, and he takes a shot on, and shot saved by the goal. All right, guys, if you guys never been to the stream, we do have instant replays, and we do try to make it dynamic for all the viewership who was at home who can't see it. But also, we can also review the plays in real time to see if goals went in and things like that. So we try to make it fun and exciting for all who are with us here today. All right, but we're streaming here in live 4K. Plug right in, jack right into the Ethernet cord, and it should be a good stream. And let's see if the boys here can come away with a victory. All right, good job by the Coalition. Back check to keep the puck out of the possession of the CP Dynamo. CP Dynamo will come to make the change. Oh, that's a big hit. And coming back the other way, here comes Carmody. Carmody with Guzanti on his side there. Deeks to the inside, takes a shot. Shot's wide. And Jace Roger picks it up, sends it back behind his back. No one there to chase, or no one there to pick it up. But the Coalition make the change. Here comes Alex Rink. The puck is out of the zone. Here comes the CP Dynamo. Now, the Coalition played a ton of games in the last 4 weeks, and the Coalition are tired here, so it'll be good for the boys here to end this weekend on a high note, and also go into the bye week with some type of encouraging word, because it was very, 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 very tough against these teams, these academies here. So the task has been tall, but they are up to the challenge. CP Dynamo here, and picked up by Ryan Adams. And Jace Rogers tips the puck forward, and he makes the change. A lot of these boys, like I said, they're very tired, so let's see if they can come with some energy and come with some pep in the step. Yesterday they outshot the Bear Academy. Right there in front, shot's wide. Shot's no good. Picked up by Wyatt Miller, sends it in deep. Chase Rogers there to collect the puck. And here comes the Coalition. Chase Rogers shots wide. And CP Dynamo has it, trying to get the puck out of the zone. And the Coalition beat the CP Dynamo last season. 2-1. 2 out of the 3 games. Good shot by Schouten. And the near boards picked up by Schouten again by the blue line. Good way to keep it in. Sends all the way down to Pence. Pence gets bumped, but still stays on his feet. Into Ryan Adams. And here comes Pence on far boards in the corner. See if they can center the puck here and try to get some shots on. Usually they are able to get shots and get clean shots. And shots right there in front. And the goalie with the stop. All right, out of play. Okay, guys, this game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC. For all your heating and cooling needs, please consider Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. Thank you for all the parents, everyone here who are joining us for this game. We're ready to rock and roll. Tie up. And CP Dynamo comes away with the puck and gets the puck out of the zone. Shot back to Chase after the puck. And here come the Dynamo. Used to be called as CP Dynamo, not called NY Dynamo. Good way to keep it in. Offsides. They got to tag back up, and they do. Gets tripped. You got to be careful not to turn it over to your own end. One thing that Coach Garver wants the boys to do is continue going north and put shots on the cage. Make it very simple. One of their reason why they were successful in Boston was their tenacity and just keeping the game simple. But playing against these tough teams has really been a culture shock for these young men. Have not seen the level of physicality and speed of some of these players. But other than that, it's a good experience for the young men playing against this type of caliber of talent. CP Dynamo takes the puck away. It brings into this neutral zone into center ice, and they dump the puck in. A good way to keep it on the outside, but they good way to Jack to keep away. And Roger has the puck back behind his own goal line. Got to be careful not to turn it over. Sends it back around behind his back. Sends it up on the near boards to Carmody. Carmody, who had the most points in Section 5. Shot right there in front. Shot, save. Back to the blue line. A good way to keep it in once again. The force between Roger Grisanti and Carmody is a force to be reckoned with. Boys here can put tons of shots on and make things happen. And the puck goes all the way past behind their own goal line. Picked up by the by the Dynamo. Backhands to Jack. Jack takes it away. Jack Abbott, that is. Has it. Be careful not to turn it over in front of his own net. Trying to set it up. The pass has not been really sharp the last few games, so they got to continue to clean that up. And here comes Zleskar. Zleskar steps in, loses the puck for a second, and the Dynamo turning it over. Now here comes Grisanti, taken away. Send it to Grisanti, and good way to break up the play by the Dynamo. Coalition make the change. Here comes Miller. Miller's back in the game, so they're short. Like I said, Staley, and here comes Grisanti in a rush. Gets taken down. And the Dynamo take it away once again. The passes have not been great, have not been really crisp here because they've been really tired. They played a ton of games, so they got to figure out a way. Here comes right down the middle once again. And back to Miller, back to at the point. Miller walks over to the left, passes over to Rink. Rink sends it in. The shot's blocked. The boys right now are just ready for this bye weekend. As is all parents, we're just ready for a nice weekend. We can enjoy just the weekend before the craziness begins again. All right, here comes, good job by Ryan Adams to break up the play. Neutral zone. Here comes Chase Benham on the right-hand side. Not able to cleanly pick it up. But the Dynamo have it again. We're taken away by Pence. Pence has been a bowling ball rolling downhill. He's been knocked all around. And here come the Coalition. Send it forward. Good stretch pass all the way up to Benham. Benham to Schouten. Schouten's going to shuffle it in back behind the goal to Ryan Adams. Ryan Adams sends it to Pence. Pence has it. Stops, turns back the other way. Looks for someone to cut right there in front. You got Adams and stop and save. Coalition right now. Shot on by Green. And John Casey, who's in the game along with Laird Atkinson and Kevin Green and Nico Schouten. Back to Schouten. Schouten steps up, shots off to the left. And there with Carson Wells, who was also a forward, playing a de facto defenseman. Good way to break up the play by Schouten. Might have gotten tripped there slightly, but Nico's is a nice young man off the ice, but on the ice, he is a force to be reckoned with. And Kevin Green stops, turns around on his backhand, backhands a shot. Shot save. Backhanded once again back to the point to Wells. Wells gets hit. Back behind the goal line to Laird Atkinson. Boys here got to figure out a way to play with some energy here. And the puck is out of the zone, not able to control it. Now it's offsides. The boys got to tag up. The Dynamo have it now. Send it out. And icing is to call. Coalition right now have 4 shots, and the Dynamo have 0. So right now they're ahead on shots, and right now ahead on the puck control, puck battles, everything like that. They got to figure out a way to cash it in. We're in here on rink number 1 here at the Tim Hortons Ice Complex here in Rochester, New York, on the campus of Monroe Community College. And it passes it over from Zalesnikar to Abbott. Abbott gets bumped to Carmody. Carmody wearing number 7, formerly Zalesnikar's number. Steps up, shot. Ooh, shot right by the goalie. The goalie was not able to get a pad on it, but it went right by the goal. Zalesnikar steps to the left, steps to the right, goes all the way up on the near boards. Now back beyond the goal line, and Krasanti's there to take a spot. You can just tell right here, the boys here, just the sheer effort. And picked up by Carmody. Carmody passes it over, shuffles it over. Now he sends it low. Playing so many games, so many days, you got to be able to maintain this control. The CP Dynamo is now able to get it out, get it all the way down. All right, got my main man here, Scott Miller here with the shots on goal. It was what, 4-0. Main man Scott Miller, and we have Aaron Staley with the photography, and we have Travis Atkinson with the graphics. So this is a full team effort here on the 09 Roco team. It's not just one person, me, but it's a whole full team, us parents working together to bring the boys a full experience of a good hockey environment. All right, the puck is sent up to Ryan Adams. Ryan Adams backhands it forward, trying to give it to Chase Benham. Normally Hunter Weisbeck's on this line, centers it right to the front. Puck right there, shot. Oh my goodness, shots wide by by Wyatt Pence. And here comes Benham. Benham's going to take it himself. Backhands it over. Centers it. No, passes off by Wyatt Miller. And good job by the Coalition so far, controlling the puck. Puck is blocked. Puck saved by the goal. Tops turns back the other way. Looks to center it again. No one's there. Wyatt Miller has it once again. Tops turns back the other way. You can tell the energy is not really there. It is early in the morning at 9:06 in the morning. The boys here got to figure this out here. There's no rest for the weary. And shot on. Shot once again. Puck's not getting all the way through. And my backhand's a shot far off again. The goalie's just been saved by these shots just off by a few inches. And Benham has it once again. Back to Miller. Miller on the right-hand side passes it up to Rink. Rink sends it all the way deep. And the centers will get shot on. Finally get a shot, a clean shot, and goal by Ryan Adams. Finally gets ones to go. And the Coalition find themselves in a 1-0 lead here. Good job by Ryan Adams. He's a kid here who has a knack for scoring. Put his head down and just be able to pick it up and get a clean shot off by Ryan Adams. Folks, as the season goes on, we do have another camera set up. Not today, but we're going to have another camera set up. We're going to do the bench camera. And that should be fun for the reaction, to see the players' reactions and different things like that. So that's coming in the future. I have done that in the past, but we're going to try to make it work. All right. So welcome to all the families, all the parents, all the grandparents, everyone out there opposing teams. Anyone who's just here to watch the stream, just to gaze and see what we do here. This is what we do, and this is how we do it. So scores 1-0 here in the first period with 5:56 left. In this Just Get Good tournament, they have ice cut in this part way through the second period. They don't wait for the period to end. They're going to have a halftime. It's a big hit by Atkinson. Atkinson, he's a mauler. He's one of the big hitters on the team. It was also that way for the last 2 seasons. And the Schouten there as well. Schouten's about 6'4", will protect his team with no hesitation. Back to Green. Green back to Wells. Wells to give it up to Carson. To Kevin. Coalition make the change. Casey makes the change to with Rogers. Rogers in the game now. And here comes the NY Dynamo. Good job by Rogers to break up the play and back check. Back the other way. Here comes Roger. Roger 1-on-2. Lose the puck for a second. Let's see if we can get it back. Roger, who was a formerly a Rocco player, went to the Junior Amex for a few seasons, came right back. Here comes shot, steps up, shot. Shot, stop, save. All right, so far the boys here find themselves in the lead here in the first period. The game has not really come smoothly, but either way, you got to play the game. You got to play who's in front of you. You got to figure out if you're tired, if you're hungry, whatever you are, you got to keep playing. All right, here comes Carmody, wins the face-off in the neutral zone, sends it over, that backhand shot and score by Jace Roger. Good way to immediately get that puck up and get it right where it belongs, in front of the net. They cashes it in by Jace Roger, scores 2-0 here in the first period. Coalition right now find themselves in complete control, doing an excellent job of maintaining and doing an excellent job of making it work. All right, guys, make sure you like and share this video, please, so everyone can get a chance and opportunity to see your young man play. All right, Carmody has it once again. He has a 1 assist all the way there, but not able to get to it all the way. Picked up by Carmody once again, sends it over to Abbott. Abbott on the left-hand side sends it to Grisanti. Grisanti shot, and Abbott has it once again. looking to make something happen. Gives it back to Lestigar. Lestigar walking the line and sends it over to Roger. Turns back around. They can send it all the way over to Grisanti. Grisanti to Abbott. Abbott, the one-timer, shot. Shot's wide. Carmody has it once again. He steps up, turns back around. He's trying to look for someone to cut. Picks it up, a shot by Zlestikar, and save. All right, so far so good. Boys here find themselves in a 2-0 lead here. And Israel Johnson has not been challenged so far. Oh, shot off the post. Oh, we didn't see that one. Right off the face-off. Shot and shot in by Grisanti and score. So Grisanti, Roger, and Ryan Adams, everyone eats here in this particular offense. Doing a great job. Coalition with 10 shots and the CP Dynamo was 0. Great job so far here. This is what the boys needed. The boys needed a little bit of a pick-me-up here. And you find themselves in a good situation here, being up 3-0 with 3:27 left in the first period. CP Dynamo takes it away and give him right back to Alex Rink. Alex Rink has it, passes it over to Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller sends it forward, trying to give it to Pence. To Benham. Benham stops, turns back the other way. The level of competition in this particular tournament is sky high. So just being able to play in this type of competition and playing this type of environment is good for the boys here to see where their aspirations lie. Good takeaway by Rink. Rink gives it over to Miller. Miller gives it back to Rink. Rink sends it up to Benham. Stops. Give it to Pence. Pence and Benham has it. He can make it rip it if he was able to control it. He can rip that one from the point or from the slot. And here comes Miller. Miller's trying to catch him while they're changing. And good job by Miller bringing it all the way in. Trying to center it. Bouncing back and forth and on the far boards. Good back check by Atkinson. And to Green, and out. Good way to keep it in the zone. Here comes CP Dynamo. And the Coalition retrieving it in their own end. 1:40 left in the first period. CP Dynamo has it, sends it right back in. Back and forth, up and down. Now CP Dynamo finally gets it, trying to center it. Good way to block him. And it's there, picked up by Atkinson. Coalition with a 3-0 lead here with a nice cushion. Have not been in the lead since Boston tournament, championship of the Boston tournament last weekend when they won 3-0 against Cyclones Academy. And Schouten sends it right back in. Play is broken up short by the Dynamo player. And Jace Roger gets hit, loses the puck for a second. Dynamo brings it right back out. Here comes the Dynamo over the blue line. Good way to keep it outside. Shot's wide. Shot by Izzy. And it's back. Dynamo right now is trying to turn up the physicality, but Coalition are not fazed by it. Over the blue line to Grisanti. Grisanti steps up, shot. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. If you give him a shot in the slot area, he's going to bury that more times than not. Shot again. Grisanti's just sitting there. He's a little guy, but he will make you pay if you do not pay attention to him. Grisanti heads on his backhand, passes it over. Back to Grisanti. Grisanti's going to rip it again. Shot saved by the goal. 5 seconds left. Nice keep. Steps in, chips it in, and end of the first period. Score is 3-0 in favor of the Rochester Coalition. And we'll be back after this, folks. Okay, we're back for period number 2. Here we go. Coalition have it once again. They win the face-off. Puck is in all the way in. They backhands it. And Grisanti not able to control it, and the diagonal come away with it and trying to keep it in. And Grisanti keeps it in and shot on, and shot's blocked by the Dynamo. Coming back. And good way to keep it in, and offside. Oh, I don't know. That one looks like it was a pretty clean. It didn't go offsides there. We can replay it. Ooh, I think he might have been right. It did go offsides. It went offside. It was slightly, but it was offside. All right. Coalition control the puck once again, sent in by Rink. Scores 3-0 with 16:21 left in the second period. They will do an ice cut halfway through the second period, so that'll be considered halftime. And here come the Dynamo. Dynamo turned back the other way. And good forecheck by the boys here. This is what they really needed right now. Pick up their forecheck, blocking passing lanes, really making it hard for the other team, and being able to score. And here come the pucks all the way down by Alex Rink. Alex turns back the other way. And good way to force the puck into the neutral zone. Good zone entry. And Pence stops, looks, gives it to Benham. Benham back to Schouten. Schouten's going to rip it. Shot saved by Schouten. Picks it up again. He's going to rip it again. Shots off to the left. And it's all the way down. Schouten has it once again. Turns back the other way. Back the other way. Gives it up to Adams, who has 1 goal on today. Adams, Grisanti, and Roger. We keep the outside, and Izzy with the save. All right, this game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC. Trident HVAC, for all your heating and cooling needs, please consider Trident HVAC. That's Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. Appreciate their sponsorship for the last 3 seasons. And we cannot do it without their support and their help. We appreciate their help. All right, looks like that's a penalty, possibly interference against Carson Wells. Good way to draw the penalty by Carson. Pays the price for it. But this will be a Miller Brick power play for the Coalition. Miller Brick power play. All right, but like I said, folks, it's good to see the boys here. Can play early on a Sunday, have the rest of the Sunday off, and can relax, and they can get back to what they need to get back to, and have a weekend off next weekend for the parents. Maybe go on a date. Parents can go on the date. They can just enjoy just a weekend next weekend, and just kind of forget about hockey just for a weekend, and week after that, we're right back at it. All right, here comes Carmody, zone entry. Good way to Roger. Back to Miller. Miller to Lesticar. Lesticar backhands it over to his partner for Hilton. Shot on, shot again. Backhands it again. We got an excellent view of it. Oh, not a great pass. And the Dynamo send it out, and Israel stops the puck. Coach says that he wants the goalies now to be involved in the offense as far as zone entry and releasing the puck. And here comes Carmody. Carmody decided to send it up. And good pressure by Wyatt Miller. A lot of these young men are playing on the same high school team. And here comes Carmody to Grisanti, to Roger. Roger back to Miller. Miller to Zalesnikar. Zalesnikar was trying to send it back to Miller. Miller was out of position there for a second. Shots wide. A good shot on. Good power and accuracy by Grisanti. Carmody loses his stick. So now able to control the puck. And Zalesnikar has it. 27 seconds left in the power play for the interference on number 27. Here comes Roger. He gives it over to Grisanti from Miller. Going to take it all the way. Wraparound shot. Oh, shot saved. And the net's off. Good job by Grisanti to put the pressure on the goalie. What a wraparound by Lucas Grisanti. Grisanti is very slippery and very sneaky. If you do not watch him, he will make you pay for it if you don't pay attention to him. Grisanti played for the Junior Amerks for years, and it's good to see him on wearing the black and gold. And Wyatt Miller also, new player for the Coalition this season. All right, back to full strength. Israel letting them know that the back to full strength, that was our Miller Brick power play. And into the neutral zone, picked up by the Dynamo. Passes to the near boards. Good job by Schouten to break up the play. Coalition right now are lost a few defensemen due to injuries and unforeseen circumstances. Offside's the call. But it is important that they continue to work hard and play hard. Currently right now, Coalition with 13 shots and Dynamo with only 1. Face-off control by the Coalition. Schouten shoots a puck in the zone. Picked up by Adams to Pence. Pence is trying to control the puck all the way. Back to Carson. Shot on. Good job by Carson to get a good shot, clean shot. Who's also from the Junior Amerks. And here comes Schouten. Schouten just goes Schouten, just rumbling, stumbling, and he picks it up. He's able to cash it in. That was Ryan Adams once again with goal number 2 on the day. Schouten was rumbling, stumbling, was able to get the pass over to Adams, and Adams was there with his stick down and was able to cash it in. Good job by Ryan Adams. Ryan Adams with the goal. Score is 4-0 here in the second period. Shouting. He was going in like a bull in a china shop, but able to drop the pass off to Adams, and Adams is able to bury it. Here comes the Coalition. 2-on-1 opportunity if they hurry. Shot on. Ooh-wee. Not able to get all of it. And never able to cash it in, but good back check by Adams. Now the Coalition right now having a spark of life here. It's the most scores. Let's go. Backhands it. Shot. Oh, good play. Over to Adams. Adams looked to add to his goal score today. He got 2 goals on today. Looking for the hat trick. Oh, Frey up on the left-hand side. Sends it all the way in. Shot right there. Oh. Good job by Pence to put that shot on. The goalie thought he lost it, but was out of the crease. Adams gets bumped. Wrap around. No one's there. Shot again. Adams has it once again. Looks, keeps his head up. Puts it in the middle, trying to give it a chase. Trying to box the man out. But he get all full position. Now it's all the way down. Icing oncoming. Icing's waved off. Back into the neutral zone. Good job by Pence. Pence is a utility player. Here comes on the right-hand side. A good takeaway by Atkinson. Atkinson just enters into the game, and good way to take it away. Atkinson does all the intangible things. Pass over to Green on the left-hand side. Green's going to shoot it off to the left. And it's out of the zone. Good change. And out of play. Alrighty. Happy Sunday to all. Guys, please make sure we do you like this stream. Not only do you like it, but you share it on your timeline. Please make sure you share it. Send it to someone that maybe hasn't seen their son, grandson, whoever play. Let them get a chance to see your kid play. Here comes Kevin Green on the right hand side. Shot again. Picks it up. Shot. Let's see what the call is. Maybe the net's off. Kevin Green was going to lug it in himself, and he does. Okay, you got to stop the man with the puck. Kevin Green took it all away himself. Was going to cash it in himself. Coach Garver is an equal opportunity kind of coach. He wants everybody to be engaged, and anyone can score in his offense. Puck is out of the zone. Good job by the Dynamo, and good job by Jack Abbott to keep it in. Turns around by Atkinson. Oh, it looks like that's a call there. Possibly a trip. Let's see what the call is here. Here comes Green in the mix of it again. That's a penalty number 2, so that will be a Miller Brick power play for the Coalition. And penalty number 2 for the Dynamo. The Dynamo right now are just reeling and trying to having a hard time. So it looks like a cross check possibly. All right, still jawing here. 9:31 left in the second period. The Coalition are in complete control of this game. Here, rink number 1 in Tim Hortons Ice Complex. Looks like some confusion here. Should be there's still 5 men on. There should be one less player. It looks like Okay, so I guess this is not a power play. The player's sitting down, but for some reason, shot's off. And here come and shot on again. I got to figure out what the official ruling is. Looks like a player's in the penalty box, but there's still a 5-on-5. He steps up. Has it on the left-hand side. Look for the wraparound by Carmody. Back behind the goal line. Turns back the other way. Give it to Abbott. When after this bye week, it would be nice to have the players once again. Jace Rogers rips it. And he centers it right to the slot. No one's there, off the player's foot. And picked up by Roger. Roger looks, sends it over to Rink. Rink's going to send it in and save. All right. Okay, it looks like there wasn't a penalty there. It looks like those incidentals. So John Casey and the CP Dynamo are both in the penalty box. So that was my bad there. Looks like there was a little bit of a scuffle there between two players. So they're both in the box. 8:06 left in the second period. Ice Cup be coming up pretty soon. And here they come. Adams is looking for his hat trick for the day and saved by the goalie.
You want to throw your hat if he gets it?
All right, looks like that's going to do it for the first half. They're going to call it a first half, and we'll be back after this. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is the RoCo game here on the RoCo Network on Facebook and also YouTube. Please keep it locked here for more RoCo. So we'll be back after this ice cut. Bye now. Cutting in, and that's a goal by Kevin Green.
Fireplace look like this. Enjoy the benefits of improved efficiency and better quality with a new Heatilator gas fireplace from Miller Brick. Whether your project is a new build or remodel, enjoy the beauty and convenience of a Heatilator gas fireplace. Miller Brick is your one-stop shop for fireplaces, inserts, log sets, and stone veneer. Get ready for Rochester's winter. Visit our showroom today.
Welcome home, Miller Brick.
All right, folks, we're back. We're back. We're back. All right. Boys find themselves in a 4-0 lead here in the second period. Started the second half of the game with 8 minutes left in the second period. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, but also make sure you share this video. Please share, please share, please share, so everyone can get a chance to watch and engage in this content and see these young men play. It would mean a lot. All right, gonna put the scoreboard back up. Boys find themselves in a 4-0 lead here. And as the clock winds down, the NY Dynamo are having a hard time just figuring it out and getting shots on. Coalition with 20 shots, and the Dynamo with 1. And here comes Grisanti. Here comes looking for second goal. Shot right off the mask. Good job by Grisanti. Grisanti can fill up the scoreboard if you don't be careful. The puck is out of the zone. Picked up by Grisanti. Good takeaway. And the Dynamo bring it right back in. Puck's at his feet, and Dynamo bring it right back out. Like I said, this tournament here on this weekend is a high tournament. It's a high impact. The challenge is high and everything like that. The boys got to be ready to go and ready to play. But this will be ending the weekend here on a good note. The boys really needed to see some success here. All right. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me get a roll call in the chat. So you hear me loud and clear. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Like I said, there's going to be a bye weekend for the boys here, so the much needed rest for not only the boys but also parents as well. All right, the shot on, shots wide. You can see that one in live and living in person. And picked up by Rink. Rink's trying to backhand it out of the zone, and he does. Good job by Rink to get it out of the zone all the way. And CP gets it. Ryan Adams loses his stick. Got to go back and get it. Picked up by Chase Benham. Benham has it. And the puck is out of the zone. Chase got to be careful here not to get a penalty. And CP Dynamo was trying to open it up and try to get it to the team. And get way to get it out by Adams. And here comes the Coalition. Shot on. Oh, big shot by Benham. A good way to lead him right to the net. And no goal. All right, making sure the boys here, making sure you're okay. Referee's trying to give them some instructions. All right. Dynamo find themselves in a 4-0 deficit with 6:17 left in the second period. The Coalition right now are in control. All right, the puck is in the neutral zone. Here comes the Dynamo. Passes up on the near boards. The boys here find themselves with a little bit of energy, little energy boost. So with all the teams that are playing, the Coalition have played the most games. So it looks like that's a penalty on the Coalition, probably a tripping, and that's a block shot. And that's a hold, actually. If you guys can see it live and living color in real time, you can see it all happen, all the action happen here. So that's Nico Schouten with the hold. First penalty of the game here for the Coalition. And now they're trying to find a way to claw themselves back into this game, the Dynamo are. Dynamo walks it over to the left. Shot. There it is. And good job by Israel with the save. lost sight of it for a second, but able to get back in the play and save. All right. Right now, the Coalition are looking for the first win of the weekend. It's been a tough tournament for the weekend for the boys. They played last weekend in Boston and won the whole thing and find themselves shot. Oh, good play by Jace Roger. Coming back the other way. And the Dynamo still have it. Shot. And that's a goal. Power play goal by CP. Steps in and cashes that in. All right, Coalition are still in control of this game, 4-1, with 5:09 left. All right, see the Coalition here can make this work here. Puck is free, and Dynamo's trying to get it out, but good keep by the Coalition. Move the puck around back behind the goal line. There you go. Good job by Zlestigar. Send it right back down low again. Good job with the puck control. And Zlestigar has it on the far boards. Goes on to going back door. He's sneaking back door. Back to Carmody. To Abbott. Abbott sends it in. Shot save. And back to Abbott. They're trying to get it out. The puck is out of the zone. And sent all the way down by NY Dynamo. It's Zlestigar. Got to be careful not to turn it over. A good pass over to Grisanti. Grisanti has one man to beat. Shot. Oh, good job by Grisanti. What an excellent move. Get all the way to the net. Not able to cash it in, though. Good way to break up the play by Abbott before he goes to the bench. You can tell here, the boys here are just tired. Carmody has it once again. Looks to sneak it in right there in front. All right, this game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC. Trident HVAC for all your heating and cooling needs. Please consider Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. That particular shot by Grisanti was off just by a few inches, off to the left here. Not able to get all of it. Here comes Adams with 2 goals on today, looking for a hat trick. Passes it back to the point, to Rink. Rink back to Adams. To Benham. Boys, last 2 games only were able to muster 1 goal. And right here in the first 2 periods, they have 4. And to Benham. Way to cycle the puck around. Back to Rink. Back to Benham. Benham walks in. Shot on. This is their home ice. Puck is free. Right there in front. Shot. Oh. And Benham has it again. Uses low center. Back to Benham. They got to move it here. Coach wants them to continue to go north. And you got a lot of physicality here. It looks like that's a penalty. I think it might be incidentals here against Benham and also the CP Dynamo player here. All right, 2:31 left in the second period. Scores 4-1. Coalition with 28 shots and 3. Oh, flutters it back. John Casey. And the Coalition have it once again. Puck is free, picked up by the Dynamo. And the Dynamo are looking for a opportunity, but here come the Coalition out on a rush. Shots wide. The shot by Cavan, but shots off. Didn't hit the net. And here come the Dynamo. Dynamo is able to send it in. Back behind the net, and Miller able to control it. Now he has it. Stops, turns back the other way. Gonna give it to Cavan. They're off sides. They got to tag up. Coalition with the change. Try to send it forward, trying to catch the Coalition slipping, and not able to get to it. All right, scores 4-1 with 1:31 left in the second period. The Coalition are in complete control, but the Coalition, they still have work to do, and so do the Dynamo. Face-off control by no one yet. It's still free. Now picks up by Carmody. Carmody shot. He flutters it and picks it up and shoots it over the net. And Grisanti has it once again. Grisanti with 1 goal on today. Passes it back. Trying to give it over to Carson Wells. The passing has not been as crisp as we have seen in weeks past. And picked up by Grisanti. What a great shot by Grisanti. Oh, the puck was free, and he called it. He called it dead. Okay, here we go. And now it's out of the zone. Here comes Grisanti. Grisanti's being chased and hounded by the Dynamo players. Oh, the player loses his edge. Oh, but still able to make a defensive play, laying on his back. Let's see what the call is here. Coalition right now are just trying to finish this game off here on a high note. Give them some confidence here. And here is Jace Roger. Jace Roger has it, keeps it in himself. On the right face-off circle, give it over to Carmody. Carmody gets pinned for a second. Carmody has it. Oh, trying to give it over to Grisanti. Good idea, but not able to get the pass completed. Good keep. 7 seconds left in the period. Shot again. Shots wide. Bodies are on the floor. And end of the second period. Score is 4-1 in favor of the Coalition. We'll be back after this. All right, here we go. All right, folks, we are back here for period number 3. I keep dropping my phone here. All right. All right, the Coalition find themselves in a 4-1 game here. Going into the final period. Coalition are in complete control. Now let's see if they can finish this out here. Pence has the puck. Now Benham has it. Being injured and hobbled for the last few weeks, the last few games, isn't easy. They won last week shorthanded, but they come into this tournament really having to fight. The puck is free. They send the puck up, tipped by this Dynamo player. Puck is sent in. Looks to center it, pass too hard. Lascar chases it down, trying to keep it in. Trying to keep that pressure on. And puck is... Here it comes. Just Ryan Adams is right there. Right there, it finally slides in with the goal. 5. That's for Wyatt Pence. Goal number 1 for the day. And is able to cash it in there to finally get one to slide in for him, to score. And excellent job by Wyatt Pence to keep that pressure on and able to cash it in. All right, the boys with 15:34 left in the game are in complete control of this game. And a great confidence booster. A great way to end the weekend, despite them not moving on to the semifinals and to the finals. You want to continuously get something good out of what you're doing here. Our puck is fired in by Kevin Green. And good takeaway by Kevin. A lot of bodies here are flying all over the place. Atkinson gets hit as well. Now, usually when teams are losing by much, now their physicality turns up. There they come. Good job by Wyatt Miller. Keep the puck to the outside. And Dynamo trying to keep it in. Oh, that's high sticky. It's waved away right there in front. And a good way to clear the puck and get it out of the zone. And icing is the call. All right, still being up by 4 goals. You still want to maintain and finish the plays here. Don't rest on your laurels here. All right. This game is brought to you by Trident HVAC. For all your heating and cooling needs, please call Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. All right, Shoughton back behind the net. Backhands it all the way up and out of the zone. And here comes the Coalition. 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot. Snipes it. Ooh, and what a glove save by the goalie. Roger thought that was a goal for sure, and so do we. And goalie with a good glove save. Shoughton has it. The goalie couldn't see it. They try to get the puck deep to Grisanti, and he finally has it. Gives to Roger. Back to Carmody. Shot again. And Roger has it again. He had a Michigan earlier in the year in Boston. Don't put it past him to do it again. To 13:37 left in the game. Grisanti's trying to make something happen. Now Carmody has it. Looks to center it. Ryan has it. Oh, was looking for something there. The passes are just not connecting. The first line forwards are on the ice, along with Schouten and Carson Wells. Schouten sends it up. Schouten's going to join in on the rush. Here comes Roger. Shot off. Schouten was looking to crash the net. He's looking for something to come off his pads. And Schouten has it once again. Schouten's going to send the puck in deep. Back to Wells. Wells sends it up and stop. All right. Coalition right now find themselves in a good spot. But they got to keep working here. Trying to center it, try to give it to Pence with 1 goal today. Everyone's getting a piece of the action. Oh, turnover by Abbott. Good way to get it out. And the puck is out of the zone. Picked up by Abbott. Abbott gets popped. Excuse me. That was Abbott. That was Adams. Excuse me. Adams sends it in deep. Gives it to Pence. Trying to give it back to Adams. Now that's Abbott right there. Gives it to Benham. Give it to Pence. Cut him. Not able to connect that pass. Adams has it again. Gives it to Abbott. Oh, gets hit. Blindsided. Coach here, I believe, is trying to mix up the lineups here. He's trying to see what works. Right there in front, shot. And that's a goal by the Coalition. You've seen it in real hand there, folks. First hand. That's a goal by Wyatt Pence. Goal number 2. Make the score 6-1 here in the final periods. Good job by Wyatt Pence. Turn around and cash it in. 11:18 left in the game. Coalition are in complete control. They're doing a good job here. Really making them work. Really building his confidence back up. And here comes Lesnicar. He can bring it in himself. To take it in. Oh, he's going to go coast to coast. But pays the price for it. CP Dynamo backhands it out. Abbott to Lesnicar. Here comes Lesnicar. Gives it to Casey. Casey was almost let right to the net. But nothing was there. Abbott has it once again on the left-hand side. Stops, turns back the other way. We had Kevin Green trailing. Shot on by Atkinson and save. All right, let's go back and take a look at that goal again by Wyatt Pence. Wyatt Pence has just been, that's what he normally does. He stays around the net and he just waits for things to happen. He's a grinder. He will grind out pucks. DDD passes Lesnicar. And in the neutral zone, here comes Abbott. Abbott to Lesnicar. And he's going to shoot the puck in while the D makes the change. Out of the zones, Lessigar comes right back in. He was going to make the change, but now he does after he sends a pass up to Casey. And number 90, Kevin Green with the puck control. Sends it back to Alex Rink. Now Alex Rink has it again, plays for the Greece High School. Coached by Sam DiBattista. Passed over to Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller on the right-hand side is going to take the shot on. He's just trying to get the puck in deep with 3 men on him. Puck squirts free. Picked up by Miller. Miller backhands it all the way down. You got a Carmody, you got Kevin Green, and you got John Casey on the ice. So coach is really switching up the lineups here. And offsides is the call. Alrighty. All right, folks, so who do we have? So what do you got for today's game, for this weekend for the Bills? What is your score for the Bills game this weekend? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, Coalition with the face-off win. Here comes Carmody, along with Roger and Grisanti. Grisanti was able to get it over to Carmody. The shot on. And Roger has it. Passes it up. Sends it in. And save. Miller is going to try to do some playmaking himself and brought up to Grisanti. Grisanti gets hit. And shot and goal by Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller, which is there for, he picked up what Grisanti dropped and score by Wyatt Miller. Boys here find themselves right now in control of this game. And they're just having absolute success so far. Okay, so that's a penalty. You can see it. There was a replay going on, but there was a penalty by the CP Dynamo. So that'll be our Miller Brick power play. I believe that was interference. So now the clock is running. Score is 7-1. The clock is going to run. They're going to run the clock out on the team. So right now, the team has really been on a scoring famine the last 3 or so games or so. But it's good to see them break out with a score of 7-1 here in the third period. Here comes Roger. Roger has it on the right-hand side. Gonna take it all around the world and back in 90 days. Give it to Grisanti. Shot. Shot's off. Roger has it once again. Loses the puck. And sent all the way down. Grisanti. To Carmody. Here comes Carmody. Back to Grisanti. To Roger. Roger gets a shot blocked. Back to the point. Steps up. Pass off to the right. Oh, never able to control that pass. 39 seconds left in the power play. This is the Miller Brick power play. All right, the Coalition right now are just in complete control of this game here. And like I said, being able to have a game like this to end the game is something that you need. tie up. Nice way to kick the puck back and back to full strength. Back to Pence with 2 goals on today. To Green. Green loses his edge. CP dumps it in. Izzy with the stop. All right, 4 minutes left in the game, letting the clock run. So they really need this. So Coalition right now with 41 shots. And the Dynamo with only 3. So 41 shots. Normally, like I said before, they normally outshoot their opponents. But 41 shots is looking mighty fine. But we appreciate everyone who is in the chat, everyone who's watching the game. We appreciate everybody who is joining us for today's broadcast. All right, Ronnie says, oh, let's follow the action first. Ronnie says, Bill is 31-14. All right. Here comes the Coalition. Pence with 2 goals on today, trying to give it up to Atkinson. Atkinson, puck is sent all the way down. Has it back behind the net. Back to Schouten. Schouten has it on the stick. Shot. Schouten is looking for his goal. Has 1 goal in the year. Is looking for another goal. Back to the point. Here comes Carson Wells. He's going to take the shot. Right to the front. Shot again. It's score. Great job by the Coalition. I think that might have been Ryan Adams with the hat trick. Hat trick by Ryan Adams. Looking for that all game long, and he finally got that to go. Ryan Adams there with his stick down, waiting for that puck to bounce off, and it does. Score now is 8-1 with Ryan Adams with the hat trick. All right, here we go. They have it once again. CP Dynamo right now are just reeling, trying to find anything to happen. Shouting to get bounced around. CP has it, 1:30 left in the game. And CP Dynamo right now are in a rush. Stops, turns back the other way, and in open ice. DDD pass. Ryan Adams shoots it all the way in off of Izzy. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the game. The Coalition are in complete control of this game with 44 shots to Dynamo's only 4 shots. 1 minute left. 1 minute left in the game. The Coalition are in control. Like I said, to be in this predicament right now, you want to end the weekend off in a good high note. So when you finally get your bye week, when the bye week comes next week, you just have something you can go off of. Everyone's getting a chance to score. Everyone's touching the puck. It's a good feeling just to end the weekend on a high note. So 30 seconds left in the game. Coalition are going to take this one. And we'll be back next, like I said, not next week, but the following week. We'll be in Northwood for games Saturday and Sunday. And here come the Coalition. Here come the Dynamo with 13 seconds left. Puck bounces around, and offsides is the call, and I believe they're going to let that one go. And that is it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. It was fun. Unfortunately, the boys were not able to advance in the Just Get Good tournament, but the Coalition come away with a victory nonetheless here on Sunday, on Football Sunday here in Rochester, New York. Folks, stay here locked and loaded to YouTube and to Facebook for more Roll Call Hockey. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.